To 2021, it's time to get back and Forgerizing some new champions. With, of course, the Christmas and holidays being just behind us, we thought we're just in time to design an on-brand champion for today. I'm joined, of course, again by Cosdextus and Happy Light Sense. How were you guys' holidays?
Sums it up.
It was alright.
Yeah, same here. It was alright. It wasn't great. It was alright. Well, twas the night before Christmas, and nobody was allowed to leave their homes.
Oh,
So Father Christmas came and gave us some presents.
Aw.
And I think we're gonna give him a face now, or an idea at least.
yeah, that's the plan. I think,
Yes.
I believe.
Okay, if you please excuse the very noisy children outside.
Are they naughty or nice?
I think that's a bit naughty. All right, there you go. I've got the tweet out.
Mhm.
All the good stuff. All right. Oh, and I should also send it to my guys as well. There we go. Cool. So, even though we're a little bit late to this idea, and this is probably more of a meme, I think before we started with ideas that were sensible seeming-ish ideas, and then they became memes. So I can only imagine how bad it will get with an idea that's obviously a meme from the very beginning.
I
Hey,
mean,
maybe
it's our Christmas episode.
Right. Maybe it's just going to turn out to be the least memey champion we have designed so far.
The most balanced one ever.
Yes. Maybe.
Alright, so we've done a little bit of pre-discussion here as to what kind of stuff that a person might expect to have in a Father Christmas style, because, spoilers, that's kind of what we're going for here. Style champion. Excuse me a second, I'm just going to try and line everything up on the stream. There we go.
Mhm.
So what are the kind of various concepts that we've initially been kind of trying to figure out for this one?
So we were talking about colors, and since it's supposed to be like a Santa Claus sort of situation, red comes to mind.
I'll just say, while
So-
describing this, since I've already been to this, I'll be right back a second while I just go and see if I can quiet the children.
Nice. Yeah, but colors. So red and like white sort of fur linings came to mind, and then what else? Elves and demons. What was that all about?
I think it has to do with the naughty or nice aspect, that he has both elves working for him and possibly demons.
Interesting. So the nice ones are the elves, and the naughty ones are the demons.
Yes, and I think do the demon, like, I know the elves make presents, but do the demons make bad presents then, or are they just shoveling the coal?
Maybe they just give you nightmares. Like, I don't know,
Ooh.
nightmare fuel demons because you've
Nah.
been such a bad person.
Okay, so basically the demons, they give you... It's actually a good idea. So they give you... Instead of giving you coal or bad presents, they will give you nightmares that will haunt you. Okay, I like it.
Then presents, of course, we already touched on that. So
Mm-hmm.
you get a present if you've been nice, and you like get something if you've been naughty. I don't know if we would like refer to that as a present, but maybe, perhaps, I don't know.
Hey, Benny.
Hello.
Hey,
hello.
Benny.
So where did you guys get to?
Get to the presents.
We got to the present.
Okay.
Mm,
So we kind of worked. I think we kind of worked already on the idea of coming into this with the central idea, sort of being the sort of naughty or nice mechanic. Though, as far as any details of how that would work or what that would entail, it's still very much up in the air.
Yeah.
Happy, you were saying something about the gift giving as well, because I imagine that's got to be part of any kind of Father Christmas inspired character.
Yeah. So the whole idea of like someone giving out presents for Christmas has like multiple different origins. There's the Christian one that's like sort of tied to the wise men, I believe, with like
Oh, the gold,
gold,
frankincense, and myrrh, yeah.
and murder.
Murder!
Oh no. And there's also like a
For
more,
baby Jesus.
I don't know.
have murder.
Judas, no. No, but like there's also a pre-Christian sort of a charity kind of person, where like it's usually some sort of the cleric type of guy, or I don't know, just a rich dude, and he gets things.
Okay, so
Mainly
I'm looking
bullets.
up the pagan origin of Christmas. So it says in ancient Rome, there was a feast called Saturnalia that celebrated the solstice.
Yeah.
What's the solstice? Yeah, it's the day that I think it's the shortest day on Earth, or like
Yeah,
least amount of
it's
sunset.
longest night, shortest day,
Yeah.
and it's the 21st of December, and everything post the 21st, it sort of reverts.
Mhm.
So the days get longer, the nights get shorter, until I believe somewhere around mid-June, where June, where there's the summer solstice.
Yeah.
And it was just the big feast because party, I guess.
Oh, it's also where the mistletoe started. So the idea of hanging mistletoe came from the Druids, who at this point in time they would make stuff with mistletoe, or they would decorate and people would decorate certain houses or decorate their insides as a token of good faith. So that's where that one comes from. Okay, that's cool.
Nice.
Sorry, Benny, what's on June 21st?
The summer solstice.
Oh, I see. Okay. Alright. So yeah, like... Yes, we can steal, like it's nice to have a wider thing to steal from, even if it's only sort of small things. Okay, do we have any other sort of instances of Santa-esque figures?
So
well, yeah.
The big guy that like modern Santa is based on is actually the Dutch Sinterklaas.
Yes.
Which is the 6th of December, I believe. So like most Dutchies get their presents on the 6th, right?
It depends. It's like we in Belgium we celebrated on the 6th. I think the Dutch celebrated on the 5th. So there's some dispute on when he exactly comes. I just say that because I'm Belgium, obviously, I say he first, dumps out all the bad gifts in Holland, and then he brings the good ones to Belgium.
Yeah, in German it's the 6th as well. So like the morning of the 6th, we wake up to a bunch of like sweet treats in our boots.
Yeah, same.
In your boots?
Yes, in our boots. We have to shine our shoes the night before, and then we get like stuff in our boots.
My gosh.
Yeah, and you have
Benny's
to
backing up here.
Yeah, and you have to put a carrot on under your chimney to give his horse, because Saint Nicholas, he doesn't have a sleigh with reindeer, he has a white horse.
Oh, and also apparently when he arrives in the Netherlands, at least he gets there on a big barge.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. On a steamboat.
So we could use the Nexus Blitz barge kind of thing.
Yeah, sure, why not?
That's his. That's absolutely his.
All right.
Right.
So, anything else? Anything else we can steal from culture or history?
Well, you have Krampus, right?
Yes, Krampus.
Krampus is like the demon version.
Yeah.
That gives people coal and like punishes children and stuff. And I think this sort of ties into the whole idea that a lot of versions of like Father Christmas, Santa Claus, whatever, have little helpers of some kind, which goes back to the first point with the elves and the demons. Or is it the second point?
First point.
So you have like little helpers, and most of the time it's elves that like make toys or whatever. But you also have then the idea of like some person who's just there to punish the naughty kids. And I think like it's Krampus for people in the like German South. It's Black Peter for
Yeah.
people in the
Yeah.
Netherlands and
Yes.
like Belgium and stuff, which is terrible because it's like a
It is
racist
a
figure.
yeah. It is a disputed subject. Let's
Yeah. Let's not talk about that anymore. But
Yeah.
we also have the German guy, or
Mm.
like the German version of that is Knecht Ruprecht, which is just like a guy that follows Santa around and like punishes children.
I think
Fun.
I think there is even a I think there's a French version as well. I'm just gonna quick look it up.
All right. Well, while you
And-
do that,
yeah.
just to touch on this, so because Benny mentioned the meeps as
Mhm.
being like because
Little helpers.
Bard does have a little bit of the Santa sort of DNA in there. Like
Yeah.
you've got the little helpers of the meeps. You've got him leaving presents everywhere. Like I definitely feel like there's a lot of that kind of idea. Also, he travels around the place giving people presents. So like that's already kind of something which you kind of have to watch out for. That it covers a lot of the same thematic territory.
Mhm.
Very cute.
But are there any existing champions as a sort of side sort of diversion? So I think Bard, you mentioned Braun before, has a Santa.
Braum.
He's
Mhm.
not. I guess he's kind of like he takes care of the Poros, so that's kind of the connection there.
I think yeah, Braum is more like a protector, right? He has the I'm gonna protect the innocent vibe a little bit more than he's the the gift giving aspect.
Right. In his Santa Brom skin, his Q is like throwing gifts, but they
Ah.
still like slow and just apply the passive.
Well, so this does seem like a big aspect of the Santa Claus idea, which I'm kind of curious as to how much you guys want to try and lean into, or otherwise. The whole sort of judgment idea, and you know, the sort of the rewards if you are good, but what happens if you are not good? Like, are you punished, or do you just not get the good thing?
I think you get punished. At least
Yeah.
that's the big idea that like more traditional Santas follow. Like punishment could be that you get a piece of coal, but punishment in like
What if he puts like an AoE effect down and it's coal that's on fire? He like puts coal down, and if you walk over it, the coal gets and if you're an enemy, it gets ignited. Something along those lines.
maybe it could be like the smoke screen, the gray smoke screen. Sort of if you step on the coal, it like casts up some sort of coal dust, and I don't know.
It's a
vision
zoning
is
tool.
impaired. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So it's a zoning mechanic. Him spreading coal around. Okay, I like it. I think what we can also do is we can kind of integrate certain stuff with each other. So he can send the Krampus, because that's a demon aspect, right? The you've been naughty, I'm gonna punish you. He can send it to someone, and it will bite you or attack you or whatever.
Maybe it's the old. Maybe it's just a summon.
Oh yeah, that can be cool.
Yeah, I can like that idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let's call it Summon Krampus for the time being.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess be just like a Tibbets that chases naughty people.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think since it's presumably going to influence a lot of our design later on, should we try and figure out what would make sense, or kind of like sort of brainstorm around this naughty or nice mechanic?
Yeah, sorry if you guys hear some background noise. Our food has just arrived. So that's fine. Okay. We've gotten the naughty mechanic down, as in he can punish you, he can do something bad to you. What's the good mechanic? How does he reward you?
Well, I'm thinking more of just to dial it even further out. Like, how is someone determined to be naughty or nice? in the first
True,
place?
true.
Can your allies also be naughty or nice, or is that just a thing that affects enemies?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the biggest thing, because it's like, I guess the most obvious way to take an enemy being naughty is that they are they're hitting your allies or you, and that's naughty. That's like fairly straightforward. But I don't know how you would.
But that would mean that enemies are always naughty.
Oh, but what if you hold? I have an idea. What if you link with someone? Right, you can link someone, and if that person gets killed, you can that person is being naughty, and you can take revenge on that person.
So
Or
you
is-
can
yeah.
only somebody can only be naughty if you first sacrifice one of your team members. That seems kind of odd.
Yeah.
What about the idea
that is
that
true.
it's the opposite thing? That that if so the enemy can only become naughty if they hit your teammates. Like, they become more naughty over time, so they kind of go from being sort of neutral naughty to very naughty.
Yeah.
And your teammates can become more nice by doing the opposite thing, which would, I don't know, be something like heal, either like shielding or healing or something. Or maybe I could be just dealing damage, but I guess shielding or healing makes a bit more sense thematically.
Yeah.
So does lifesteal count as well? Because like some champions just don't have the ability to shield or heal someone.
Yes, that's okay. Well, let's see. So enemies based on damage dealt,
Or being in proximity with someone, maybe even.
potentially. Yeah, I think the ally one is going to be the hardest because not if everyone doesn't have the ability to heal or shield. I mean, there are some mechanics. Hey, Divixel, how's it going? I have no idea how to say your name. I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
But okay, so I think healing and shielding seems the most on brand, but I guess being in proximity to each other is something that everybody can do.
I think it's it
Solo
represents.
laners can't.
Yeah, true. But most solo laners are pretty naughty. That.
We're just gonna pass judgment on all solo laners.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
but like that would make your allies naughty, so you can't really do anything for them.
Well, I think it might work best to have them be that you don't allies can't be naughty and enemies can't be nice. They can just be degrees of that.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
it's
So maybe it's like a small meter that builds up for each of them. That it's like, it's a sort of an effect when you're nearby them, that if they heal or shield, it's like a boost, but otherwise you get it from just standing near allies, and that makes you more nice.
But that would mean like, okay, so first of all, we sort of thought that this person could be a jungler.
yeah.
So if you like play this person in the jungle, then you're more inclined to gank bot lane at all times because they're always like two champions in proximity to each other. Whereas for the solo lanes, they can't be maximum nice because of this mechanic.
That's true. Maybe, okay, how about this? How about you gain nice by putting wards down?
Yes.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
I
god,
like
your
it.
vision score determines.
Yeah,
your- That's perfect. I like it.
But is it your vision score or how many wards you've put down?
I think it could be vision score because while a lot of like solo laners don't usually get the ability to like have a watchstone or whatever because it's just not in their build path, but they can still buy oracles and destroy enemy wards, so they have a chance to get a good vision score and like therefore become nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I like it. Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of interesting as well, because you could do some sort of goofy stuff with presumably like chucking down wards as you're in like a fight in the river or something. I don't quite know how vision score works intimately.
Oh, and you can do it the opposite. He can punish someone who is clearing a lot of wards. Like an enemy who's clearing a lot of wards can be punished. I don't know if you want to go that route necessarily.
It would be nice to have the qualification for being naughty or nice be the same as far as possible. So I think like clearing wards, I think that would make sense. Like we've got this whole idea that he sees everything that's going on and kind of passes judgment on everything.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone's clearing a ward, I can imagine it's like a Kindred kind of thing going on where she kind of like yells at you every time you do.
Bruh!
Bruh! He just goes, naughty!
Naughty! Oh yes, oh naughty! Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a little sort of it's like the Warwick Blood Hunt kind of thing that's always kind of going on.
Ooh, that's something. Yeah, that's something. If whenever you clear wards, you kind of leave a trail that he can follow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe if you clear a ward, you become, like you as the Santa Claus champion get a true sight of them.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay, yeah. So tracking naughty enemies. I think that makes sense. Also, it sounds
tracking.
fun.
Yeah, tracking naughty
I
enemies.
think the ability could be he knows when you're awake.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. That could be That could be a passive part of.
It could just be the passive. Like
and
one
you
of
can
the passives.
so
One of
you
the
can-
46 passives.
and what's the counterpart then when you've been nice? So when you put down a ward, does he get a speed boost towards you or something?
Maybe your wards have a larger vision radius.
Well, I was just thinking that it would just give you a boost of niceness to maybe like when you put we can always have both things. That when you put down a ward, you get some amount, and if it increases your vision score, you get more.
Oh yeah, so if it boosts your niceness, then maybe all of his abilities have like two. You can cast each ability either on enemies or allies, and depending on the amount of naughtiness or niceness that they have right now, they affect them like to a higher degree.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought as well that maybe another. Okay, so this is more wild as an ability thing, but what if you could, your team like Ornn has the ability to allow people to get upgrades and things. What about if having this guy on your team allowed you to buy each other presents?
Yes. Yeah, you can buy an item for someone else then.
Yeah, but just one.
Yeah, but just one. No, I like it. I think it's a very cool mechanic, yeah.
It's like Secret Santa.
Yeah, yes! Yeah, you can call it Secret Santa, yeah.
Okay,
You can't call it Secret Santa. I think Santa is copyright protected or something.
Is Santa?
Alright, we'll call it that for
no way Santa's copyright protected, right?
I don't know, but it feels... No, it can't be, because the Braum skin is called Santa Braum.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so yeah, I think that general idea is pretty fun. The idea that you would literally you could buy something. Though I don't know if it's worth spending the time to figure out exactly how that's going to work because it's such a specific thing. But I like the idea of having lots of different ways to boost up your niceness. So maybe that's like a maybe it's a present that is. I think it's got to be something consumable rather than an actual item. Like you can buy something like a total biscuit, for instance. Like,
yeah.
Or a pot.
Yeah, like something like a pot, and maybe when someone uses it, that gives the person the boost of niceness, so that it's more of a strategic choice of being like, you can use it whenever you want, just as a healing item or whatever, or as a small buff item, or we can use it to. it's X is getting fed from off camera.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Behind the scenes magic, guys. Behind the scenes magic.
Okay, so it's a consumable that gives some benefit to user and a nice boost, a burst boost for buyer.
Yeah.
On consumption.
So I like the idea where because sometimes you feel that, for example, when you're a solo laner or when you're a laner, you think, I'm quite strong, but I don't need any more kills. As in, my role isn't to, well, now I'm forced into a very heavy carry role, Because, for example, another lane is struggling, but what if I can make another lane stronger? It's a huge investment, but I think if you would look at pro play, it would be extraordinarily powerful to buy someone else an item.
Yeah, I think it would need to. I think it would need to be something relatively mild, but it could definitely have the mechanic of the core key packages, where presents are left around the fountain.
Yeah.
And you go back to pick them up.
Yeah.
Because that's probably just the easiest way of doing it, honestly. Okay, so we've got... So dealing damage to your allies increases naughty score. Clearing wards. Any other kind of creative ways? Hey Shinsuke, how's it going?
No, I
We're
don't.
designing Santa as a League of Legends champion right now.
I don't think there are like... I think it's that like dealing damage to enemies and clearing wards. Because that's general. That's general enough that everyone can do it. And everyone should and will do it.
Okay, here's an idea which is almost certainly too far. If your ally team can buy presents for each other, how about the enemy team can buy coal, which will give them a temporary summoner spell on Snowball?
No.
Yes.
Boo.
Yeah, it's probably too far.
I like it, but I get why we can't implement it into the game.
Alright, well let's chuck some of the stuff over here and move this over here. So we're kind of getting okay, so we've got broadly we can always come back and change some of this stuff later if we need to.
Yeah.
But that's
so we've got a passive basically. The naughty or nice mechanic is basically a passive, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a plan, yeah.
Okay, so now we just need actual abilities to go with that then.
Yeah.
So Q.
I think we had the checks it twice for his funny naughty or nice list.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Yes. So we're gonna have one of them be checks. Is that the one where he whips out twice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
now
it's
watch me whip. Now watch me.
All right. So it's.
I can see a twerking Santa Claus.
Oh!
No, watch me whip! Watch me nay.
Oh my god, that's the worst thing. Congratulations. Alright, so he throws out an AoE line whip that is...
Yes.
That, on the first hit does...
It's just his freaking list.
Mm-hmm.
He unfurls it, and it's like...
Yeah. It's like an AoE. Oh, we can say it's like an AoE ability, but if it hits the sweet spot, he will hit. Yeah, if it has like a sweet spot mechanic, like sets W.
Okay.
And if he hits you with the sweet spot, he whips you twice, so it does double damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So. Could you expand a little bit on that? Because I've got a bit confused.
So, some abilities have a sweet spot area. The most obvious one is sets W.
Also, Darius Q.
Yeah, Darius Q. So if you're in the sweet spot damage, you take more damage. And because it's called check it twice, you can say that Anilau is Lilia's W and stuff, yeah. So he does like it's an AoE effect, but if he hits you in the sweet spot, he will whip you twice, so it literally does double damage. He goes, instead of going one whip, he will do, and he can change his animation as well. So if he does it quickly enough to us, he does one whip, hits someone in the sweet spot, instantly hits the sweet spot again.
Okay. So yes. Okay. So of course the second hit that will increase naughty meter. Significantly. I know, it's even fun to talk about.
Naughty.
Get on the naughty meter. Alright, so is it kind of like a thin version of an Alawi Q?
It's a different animation for sure. Because like the Alawi Q is like a slam down. And this one is more like
So would the sweet spot be at the very tip of the line projectile?
I I'm not sure if it's an AoE line, like a straight line, like a Mumu's the bandage toss, or more like a kind of like a cone that goes from one direction to the other one, like a
Yeah,
you-
you can
then-
also make it like a point if you want. It's like a certain. It's a point. It is. You know what I mean? Where the
Oh, you
whip
mean like it
actually
sort of rears
cracks.
up and like sort of like a fishing line kind of thing, where it lands on a particular point.
that's weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird though. You're right, but yeah.
I'm not enjoying that idea.
Okay.
Okay, honestly, like, we can always come back and figure out, like, the specifics of it. Because I don't necessarily think, like, the particular delivery method is hugely important as of yet, as much as it's a method for increasing the naughty meter if one needs to be. So if that is a way to increase the naughty meter, then presumably we're going to need a couple of other abilities that actually interact with the naughty or nice meter specifically.
We also need an effect that like occurs when you hit your Q on an ally.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think thematically, if you hit them with a whip, they're gonna go faster. So let's give them a speed
Oh,
boost.
no.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take the whip out of it because the I feel like that's definitely making it weird already. So if it's just a staff hit, then I mean the most obvious thing is just the ally increases their niceness.
Yeah.
Like,
do we want to take increases niceness and gives them like a little boost, even if it's it's just a gesture of it that people, for example, it gives them like a heal of 90, which isn't a lot, but it gives you at least, oh, okay, this is has to be used on allies, or can be used on allies as well.
Okay,
and
so
maybe so like you can cast it on an ally, and it gives like a really small heal and increases their niceness. But the nicer they are, the more they get healed.
Actually, what you can do is you can make, and because that's something that isn't in League, but it definitely should be. Because healing is pretty straightforward. If you want to heal someone, you just click on someone. But for example, in Overwatch, you have Ana, and Ana she has a skill shot heal. So
Yeah.
she needs to hit you with her bullets to heal you. What if his healing ability, if he hits a sweet spot, he will heal you more, but he actually needs to do it. So he needs to be able to hit you with that ability as well. Otherwise, you only get a fraction of the heal.
yeah.
That's nice. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's
so
cool.
yeah, so it's either just it just gives you a niceness increase or the heal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Cool. Next ability.
The W.
W.
W. Ugh.
Mm. Okay, so checks it twice, has a staff.
I don't know, Fino. Why isn't that in League?
Yeah, it should be in League. It's something always bothered me. Why isn't there? Because for me, Soraka is either either she's overpowered or horrendously useless.
Yes.
And I
that's
think
true.
if you give her skill shot heals, I think you kind of solve the problem.
Like kind of a sort of a little AoE wave that travels out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a cool idea because especially with stuff like that's actually on the map, there's more counterplay to it. Like if you as a team, if you surge forward, you can force someone out of the way of it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
Okay, so since this guy is supposed to be a jungler, we need something that's like that makes it possible for him to clear.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe his W could be like an auto boost to his attack speed or something, and then if you cast it on an enemy, it's I don't know, makes him slower.
Is he gonna be like a beefy character? Well, a beefy character like a brawler kind of deal?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, if enemies are going to get more naughty over time, then presumably he needs to be in fights for a little bit for that naughty meter to build up. Because I presume it's not like a universal thing, like it's kind of a thing that's near him or something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Oh, you can. Oh, if you want to give him a speed buff, make him drink milk and cookies, and he just becomes.
That's adorable.
Yeah, just he just gets out the old cup of chocolate milk or milk and cookies and goes, this is nice.
Little slaves.
Lay.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
but we could do something with like elves and demons because we talked about it so much. Where
True.
he sends out like little ghosts, perhaps, and
Mhm.
there are good ghosts that like there are some kind of elves or like pearls or whatever, and then there are bad ones that
Okay, so
he sends
little
out if he
helpers.
tracks an enemy with that.
Yeah.
So it's like Yorick ghouls then.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Sort
But
of.
they can't be attacked, I believe.
Okay,
So
yeah.
untargetable little wisps.
So it's just a like sort of pix effect. In fact, that's almost exactly just pix.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but we're not calling it pigs.
Calling it little helpers.
All right.
And they
well,
give a shield, and if you cast it on an enemy, then
Okay, so what do the little helpers do? So they help. So lore-wise, they'll probably, they make the gifts, but they will also punish the bad. So.
so maybe they have a
slow-
fear effect if you put them on
Yeah.
enemies.
Yeah, fear or a crowd control effect at least.
Hmm.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean that would help
okay.
differentiate it from. Maybe it's it's a delayed crowd control effect. I'm just trying to think of ways to have it not just be like a point and click stun effectively. That maybe the helpers flow from.
It's
from
a very
Santa.
slow movement. Like you can, it's kind of like how Callista has this ghoul thing that you can send
Yeah.
out to scout for her. It's
Mhm.
about that fast. So if you're an enemy, and you see that this thing is floating towards you, you can always get out of harm's way.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a slow line skill shot then.
Is it a skill shot?
It sounds like it. If it's going to be something you set off in a direction and it just floats that way. Unless you want it to be like the Callista Ghosts. I think they chase people, don't they?
They
No.
chase. Yeah, they do. When they
Well, when
see
they
you, they alert.
see you, they go like into siren mode and like, and then they'll chase you. But they're extraordinarily slow. So.
I think if we make it a really slow skill shot, it could be confused with Nocturne's Q.
Yeah. True.
So I'd say maybe it's a slow traveling skill shot, but as soon as it detects an enemy in a certain area around it, it will home towards it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and maybe it sort of clamps onto them and crowd controls them or something.
Mm-hmm.
And for allies, it's I don't know.
It could just be the same thing, but with a positive effect rather than a negative one.
But what if you send this whole thing it's just one thing that you send out, right? So you would have to just from a programming perspective, you would have to program that thing to make a distinction between teammates and enemies first, and then it has to also make the distinction where it wants to go.
Well,
Because
maybe,
if
maybe
two
if it,
people are fighting,
if it goes out as a, you're right. This is a bit of an awkward mechanic, but it could kind of go out as a sort of a darkness and light kind of sort of intermingled blob, and then when it decides which one it's going to go, whichever one it comes into contact with first, it then changes into either a light or dark version.
Oh, okay. I like
but
it.
what if two people are fighting and are on top of each other?
Then
How
it
does
does become
determine-
very awkward at that point.
Yeah, so I'd say it is if you cast it, or if you want to cast it on an enemy, it's this sort of skill shot situation. But when you want to cast it on an ally, it's a point and click.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I can get behind that because you wanna. It's also it will incentivize you to help people more. But if you want to go for the outplay, you say, "Okay, actually, I can beat this guy. which is weird to say as Santa Claus. But then you have a way to actually know, okay, I can do it, but I need to be skillful about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's just healing allies or helping allies is just, helping allies.
Yeah, helping people is easier than being an asshole, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
Kind of fits into
Predaraptor.
as well.
So it's. I'll just say I'm going to send out the Twitch. So we're on a different Twitch. We may ultimately be a bit of a mistake, but you're on my. I think you're on my Discord, aren't you? To get tagged for it.
Yeah.
We're on twitch.tv/championforge as well. So
Forge.
that's where most folks are watching it from. Okay, so
Forge,
just to
Forge,
recap,
Forge,
so
Forge.
yeah, so if you cast it normally, it summons out a kind of a dark spirits who will sort of clamp on. Sort of like basically, it's a bit like Yorick's ghouls combined with the blob throw thing, but just kind of implemented a bit differently. But if you specifically cast it on an ally, it will be a light version of that same effect, which will travel to the enemy, to the ally, and then heal them, or do something.
Yeah, it could also just be a boost, or I don't know, a speed boost, or a attack speed boost. No, wait, the milk and cookies is already attack speed. How do we do milk and cookies for allies? Do you just throw a gallon of milk at them?
Maybe it's
Well,
singed pool. There you go. Pool of milk. Sorted.
the obvious thing is he would leave like something behind, but that's the same as a bard relic.
Yeah.
And since he already has a Christmas skin where he literally puts down hot chocolate, I think we need to find something else because otherwise it's too similar.
At the moment, yes, I've got some which could be a. They are feeling kind of supportive right now, with the heal and with a ally buff. So I don't know if we can find something to turn milk and cookies on its head in some sort of fashion to make them more aggro.
What if he literally just throws out like cookies?
Maybe
Yeah.
milk and cookies is the only one that he can only cast on himself or enemies.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Sure.
So when he casts it on himself, he just chugs a glass of milk and eats some cookies and goes berserk. And then casting it on enemies is
Goes berserk.
super duper damage.
I can just see Santa going berserk.
He knows when
I'm trying to think
you
of.
are sleeping.
The thing is, we've got a lot of sort of crossover in the type of abilities they have. Like, they feel like they're very much a supportive jungler right now.
Which is
Well-
fine, right?
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
Okay, well, so we can't at the moment the little helpers is just kind of like CC, like it's straight CC. So we probably need something a bit more diverse than that for. Wait, what about? Okay, this is maybe not the best idea, but how about you just steal Zig's minefield
Yeah.
and make that into that's himself is the milk, the cookies are like tiny explosives.
Wait, what are holiday themed explosives? It could be
Christmas balls.
balls.
Yeah, Christmas balls.
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 That's just balls.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
they're
and
kinda-
when you step on them, you have a slowing. Yeah, you have like a slowing effect because when you step on the shards of a Christmas ball, you're like, ow.
Ow.
Well,
You're like, ow.
that is the effect. We'll call back all the voice actors this year just to get the ow effect.
Nice.
I mean, I kind of like to make them cookies myself, but
Yeah.
but
Could
I mean,
make them cookies, sure.
I mean,
Like,
'cause
who wants to step on cookies?
We can go. We'll stick with the milk and cookies. I like the milk and cookies.
okay, so we've got for these ones so far. I think the ways because the W and E are kind of similar. So I kind of like try and find a way to bring in the naughty and nice stuff in for them in an interesting way.
Well, if they're naughty, they the damage is higher for the W, and if they're naughty and you cast your E on them, maybe it's like a reverse fear. So like not necessarily a charm, because that sounds nice and it's not. But like they get feared towards you, so you can smack them around.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Towards Santa. Naughty increases duration.
No. I thought that like it's like a slow if you're like medium naughty, and the naughtier you get, the more it like turns into just the bad spirit pushing you towards Santa.
Oh yeah.
Real punishment.
Like with the realm mechanic, where she kind of it's like a magnetic thing with her.
Yeah.
After her ult ends. Okay, no, I like that because it's kind of like a reverse fear, but you can still move.
Okay. Can you wait? I'll just leave what I put there. Could you tell me kind of what you mean? I'm struggling a little bit with my understanding of that one.
It's just so if you cast your E on an enemy, the like base effect is that the bad spirits latch onto the person and CC them in some sort of way. Like maybe they slow them a little bit. But if you're like super duper naughty because you've been doing all the bad things, then the spirits instead push you towards Santa for your punishment.
They get like the magnetic effect that Rel currently has on her ultimate.
Okay, so duration increase, max naughty, pull towards Santa.
Mm-hmm.
We really need to come up with an actual other name for this character other than Santa.
It could be Klaus.
Klaus.
Sure. Let's go with that for the time being.
Klaus. And everybody acts like he's definitely not Santa. Like, no, it's not Santa, but it's very on the nose that he is Santa.
Yes. Very good.
Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. So the Atlas. I mean, Atlas is actually a somewhat believable one.
I like that. That could be good.
Yeah. All right, let's go with that.
Atlas. Yeah, I like it. Atlas.
It's just subtle enough that people might actually not get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's Atlas, the aspect of charity, from Mount Targon.
Yeah.
And nobody. You're not that subtle.
It's not. No. That's a coincidence. Massive coincidence.
Okay. I think it's fine. Like, it's just subtle enough that people wouldn't get it straight away.
And what someone else can say is, "Hey, I've never seen Atlas and Santa at the same time." Coincidence.
Oh yeah, he could also have like a skin which is definitely not claws, where he's a Wolverine style. I don't know.
Oh god.
Okay, so what's the nice effect on the little helpers then? We haven't actually figured out what the buff actually even is at this point.
Just a stronger buff.
You can have shield, movement speed, healing, damage buff. Actually, is there a champion that buffs damage from other champions?
Janna's shield.
Janna's shield gives attack damage, but you can.
Okay, so maybe Max Nice, I don't know, gives shield. We're just kind of like, this is, at this point we're just...
Nice gift shield.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be the kind of the format for this, so... Alright, so for the enemies, for the Milk and Cookies minefield, the Cookie minefield, what would the naughty effects be?
More damage. Because I feel like he needs some more damage.
Okay, and the max naughty effect. I like the idea of making it like a different but related effect.
Splash damage.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the
Okay.
weight of their sins. I love it.
So like, if they step on the cookies and they're max naughty, the cookies sort of crumble. And that's just how the cookie crumbles.
They turn into coal. It's the
They
thing.
turn into what?
Coal. If you're max naughty, the cookies.
Oh no, you left the cookies in the oven for too long. They turned into coal.
I like it. I'm into it. Yeah, I like the idea. Yeah, that you can you can mess up your allies because of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, for the checks it twice, do we want to have a naughty and nice interaction for that, like in terms of if they already have a lot of naughtiness or niceness?
So whenever you hit someone with the sweet spot, you increase their naughty meter.
Yeah.
Because you've been a bad boy.
They're the bad guy.
Yeah. So what exactly do you want to add on the queue?
I don't know, just something to add in the naughty and nice effect in. It doesn't have to be anything major. Hey,
Hey,
it's
Tato
Tato
Wolf.
Wolf.
You can say that if they're max naughty, if they're the naughtiest of naughty, and you hit them with the sweet spot, it's like it's 1 second root. I think that's okay.
Yeah. Okay, so if already maxed out, will sweet spot hit causes stun. Okay, and for the nice, if already maxed out, niceness, what's the additional effect that could have? Because this is something that presumably could be done, like this is more of an opportunity cost for the Q. But if you're using it on allies, presumably
Stronger heal. I think we talked about it already. Like the nicer you are, the more you heal.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, that's the most straightforward way of doing it, certainly.
Yeah. So I think we just need the ultimate then, right?
But the ultimate is summoning Krampus.
Yeah.
Yes, this is where we can go wild, because everything else is... I say it's a little complicated, but it's not...
No, it's
not crazy.
No, and we think with the ultimate we can do crazy stuff.
Alright, so let's put the ultimate over.
What if the ultimate copies him? So if you cast a Q, your ultimate will cast a Q.
That could be nice. I like that.
Okay. Yeah, I like that idea. So it creates a shadow duplicate.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
a demonic shadow duplicate. With like big horns and like claws and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Atnas.
Yeah.
Atnas! Oh, and the duplicate is like reversed, so it's actually Sen.
Yeah.
Shadow clone no jutsu. Let's go.
Yeah. Shadow.
Alright, so the duplicates...
And Atlas should say something. What a handsome guy.
So, is it just going to duplicate the abilities that Atnas casts then?
Yeah.
In the same
But
trajectory.
in the opposite direction, that would be funnier.
That would be extremely hard to use, though, surely.
Well, I don't care.
I think maybe if they were done in the same trajectory, like a bit like so pick sense to a particular, like you've got an angle and it kind of they both correspond to that. If they kind of did a parallel to each other,
Yeah.
That could be nice.
so
Yeah, like a Z
Tarek.
Shadow Wall. Yeah, like Tarek or a Z Shadow almost, where they... Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and then it wouldn't be too hard to program that, I believe, because
No,
it's
I
like
think that's
they
really
just
cool.
copied the Z thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the idea. So presumably, I guess maybe how does this Krampus move, and what do they do outside of casting the abilities?
They could maybe leave a trail of niceness behind. So if people like just crowd up behind Krampus, they have like, I don't know, niceness regeneration.
Okay. So Santa leaves a trail of niceness.
Good old Santa.
Does it have any other effect, this niceness trail?
No, doesn't need any other effect.
Don't think it does.
I think it's just like it adds another body to your team, so I don't think it has to have any additional effects.
Yeah, kind of
It's
like
just
our old
big body.
Yorkult. Yeah, pretty similar. It's like a copy of yourself, but it will because some of these stuff, because it has to do with if you do all of these abilities, and I think this was coincidental, but they can stack up nicely. For example, if you double whip someone, you can stun them. You hit them with a whip 4 times, and let's say that's most of the time enough to get them to stun them immediately. If they aren't really naughty, we have 0 naughtiness. But if you hit them 4 times in quick succession,
They're gonna be real naughty.
They're gonna be real naughty. So they're gonna be stunned immediately.
Okay,
Nice.
I do feel like thematically Krampus should have something, like even if they're being controlled with alt clicks, because it is very similar to the old Yorick Ultimate for sure. There should be some kind of naughtiness effect with Krampus.
Yeah.
Like
he
maybe...
can do if he's attacking you and you have naughtiness, he will, because Krampus will punish the naughty kids, right?
Yes.
So
He has like a cleave attack, so if you attack them with Santa, his attacks leave like a Titanic Hydra cleave sort of situation.
yeah, and you can say that he consumes your naughtiness, as in if he attacks you, he will drain your naughtiness away, which sounds good, but he does more damage the more he does a lot of damage. So if you're full naughty and he does an auto attack, you're like, whoa, that's a lot of damage he just did to me.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of naughtiness.
Okay, so I mean the most straightforward way of doing that is just he just does more damage to naughty targets.
Yeah.
But... Okay. Yeah, I think that's actually alright.
We need a different name now, though, because you're not summoning Krampus, you're summoning Santa, actually.
Yes, yeah. Should we have it be something other than Santa? Because I think Santa has like undone all the good work we've had in having this amazingly clever Atlas name to get away from Santa.
It's funny.
Wait, what's Krampus backwards?
Sup, Mark.
Sup, Mark.
Yo, sup, Mark.
Holy crap! It actually is. We've got to go with that, surely.
Sup, Mark. Yeah.
But people will make fun of him.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Sup, Mark.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, what's a good Krampus alternative name? There must be other names for Krampus. Oh, Krampus, there we go. Surta, Perchin, Black Peter, Schmaltzy, Pels, Nickel, and Klaubauf.
Klaubauf?
Cloud.
Yeah,
Baufy?
It could just be Clow.
Clow, sure.
Wait.
Or Clow.
Wait.
Clow, yes, yes. Clow, summon Clow.
If you guys in the chat have any ideas for what we can call this terrifying ultimate personification
I think Clow isn't bad, because happy in German, does Clow mean the same thing as it does in Dutch? Claw?
The word itself, like written like that, isn't
per think. Wait,
that's
Betty,
Knecht
what?
Ruprecht backwards.
Right.
No, but Clow, it's like we have a similar word that's also claw, but I don't know.
Oh, I noticed actually the Berserker mode we've got for milk and cookies. We don't actually define what that is.
Mm, give him 100% extra attack speed.
I guess maybe it could.
Yeah.
Like, I guess maybe it could be a small self heal or something. I don't know.
You don't want to steal too much away from just Olaf's W, where he boosts attack speed and gets a life steal. But you can say boosts attack speed and he has more resistances or something during the Berserker mode.
Yeah, I like
Yep.
the idea. I like the
Lazy
idea of
Stones.
resistances. Sorry, say again?
Lazy stones. I was just
Oh.
saying French words, sorry.
I thought you were saying. I was expecting you to say something in German, so I was like, my brain was ready for that.
Stack la résistance.
Wow.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay, I mean, this is a fairly straightforward thing we've done, but
Mhm.
I don't like Clow as a name for
Clow?
the thing.
No?
It's not. I'm not a fan.
Okay, can we do
Alright.
something else?
What are other like demon creatures?
demon, but Christmassy demon creatures? Grinch?
Rudolph.
Rudolph? Summon Rudolph.
I mean, maybe
You
maybe
know,
maybe the
Dancer
reindeer.
and Prancer.
Maybe the other reindeers knew something. Maybe that's why they wouldn't let them join in their reindeer games. Maybe they knew that Rudolph was the wrong one.
Oh, but you can. Okay, you can do it. You can say when you summon him, because when you summon Tibbers, that's an AoE damage spell, right? You can say when you summon Clow or whatever, he's brought on by the reindeers. So
Oh,
literally, literally the reindeers drop him off, and when he drops off, he does like a big stun effect or whatever.
Okay,
Or he's
yeah.
being
So
dropped.
it's like it's a summon which is like a very short range.
Yeah,
Called the Forge God.
sorta, yeah, but extremely short range, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, I think that works for me. We're not getting any other suggestions apart from the. I think the thing is because Krampus or Krampus related stuff is the thing that sort of makes sense here. Calling it Rudolph would sort of lose any kind of connection to it being a dark aspect of Santa.
Is there a way to is there an anagram in Krampus? Let me take a look. Notepad.
What about Yola Katurin the Yule Cat?
Ooh.
It stalks the countryside, eating anyone who's not wearing new clothes on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it's like if your parents were too poor to give you new clothes until like Christmas Eve, then this cat would eat you.
What kind of how dark is that?
Out
You're already
the Scandinavians.
poor. Oh, you're already poor. Ha ha ha! I'm gonna punish you even more by eating you.
Yes, it's the note about here is this does seem rather classist. Wool farmers used to invoke Yola Katurin as a way to scare workers into quickly processing the autumn wool before the holidays. Quick workers would get new clothes as gifts, slow ones would just get eaten. In alternate versions, the cat merely eats people's food, which is totally a thing a cat would do.
So literally, buy my clothes or I will murder you.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting off topic here, though.
Yes.
Right, we're not going to put a Christmas cat in here somewhere. Maybe that's one for a future episode.
Although it
Yeah.
could be something like summon Yule or
Yule. I like Yule. I think Yule's a good
but
name.
it's written like YOOL.
Oh, like
Yule.
Oh,
Yule.
Noel. Yeah, like
UL.
Yule.
It kind of looks like an anagram for
Yo.
YOLO if you write it with two O's.
Someone
You only
Yule.
once live.
What about Yo apostrophe L?
Yoel. Okay,
Yoel. Yeah, like Kal-El. Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah. Okay, I like it. So I think we're nearly done, right?
Hmm.
I think so.
Mark.
Yes. Yeah, maybe that's the it's the first aspect which has a link to the void, and that's where Yoel comes from.
Yes.
Maybe there's dark aspects. Maybe the underside of Targon goes into another dimension or something. I don't know.
in the void, and this is just Yoel
Maybe
is
it's
just-
not a person from Targon actually, but instead it's one of the last survivors of
Oh yeah.
Ikathia. So he's like related to Jax.
Oh, okay.
Big brain move.
Big brain move.
Okay.
And he has enslaved one of the void creatures, Yoel. That's so cool.
Void Pal, let's call him. So try to
Yeah.
avoid putting slave on here.
So do you want to give him voice lines to end with?
All right. Let's each come up with a voice line, and someone else can voice it, because that way we can come up with the most embarrassing stuff possible.
Oh, we had so many good ones, and we already forgot them all.
Penny's suggestion is ho ho ho.
Oh,
Straightforward, but it works.
straightforward enough, yeah. I think he should just when he has like a pentakill, he should just scream naughty, naughty,
Naughty!
naughty. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. I have a book here called The Indisputable Existence of Santa Claus.
Oh my gosh,
Hmm.
that is.
And it's
salacious.
the mathematics of Christmas. It's a really cool book.
Very cool.
Yeah. Quickly going off topic, but it basically was written by a mathematics professor, and she calculated all this stuff for her thesis. One of the things she did was the ultimate algorithm to cut cake, so everybody has an equal amount, or everybody thinks they have an equal amount. So that's some of the stuff that's in there.
Okay, let's get the voice lines done first, then we can
back
divert
on
onto.
topic.
So you've got a terrifying scream of naughty naughty
Yeah.
on Pentakill.
He could say something like, upon his first move or something, or when he ganks. It's like, I am my gift to you.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, we need a death line as well, I think.
Naughty! Naughty!
I think that's a good death line.
I mean, that's good. I want to put in something more.
See
more
you
excess-
next year.
Have I been naughty?
Yes, yes. Have I been naughty?
There we go.
Like the 3 E's on thing.
Okay. Well, there we go. We got it done in record time.
Mhm.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
you are
you're
on
on-
my list now.
You are
That
on my
could be
list
nice.
now. That's a good one, yeah. You're on my list now.
It could be either when you get killed by someone or when you, like, fight a person one-on-one in the jungle or something.
Mm. Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool. Oh, you got done in record time. It's only just over an hour.
There we go.
That's what
Deck
happens.
the holes? More like deck your face!
Sure.
Oh, you don't have to do it if you don't like it.
No, I like it.
I think it's a little off-brand, but I. it's it's a, it's fine. It's fine. All right. So there we go. We have Atlas, the aspect of charity.
Is he an aspect though? Because now he's an Acathian survivor, so he doesn't have to be an aspect
I
anymore.
think it's kind of fun. Like,
Yeah.
He could be like the spirit of the holidays.
The spirit of festivities, I think, is you
Yeah.
can't have it any more general than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think is okay.
oh, you really want? So you want to make him a spirit? Because I would
No.
imagine if that's the title, then that's.
So he could be Adnus, the giver aspect, the gift wrapper.
Wrapper.
I like gift wrapper.
Atna's a gift wrapper.
It sounds like he works down at the store.
Have you met Atnas the gift wrapper? Yeah. Yeah, he's off at 5, right?
It sounds like a freaking machine, like a tool to wrap your gifts in. I
Buy
got
the
the
all
new
new
Atlas, the
Atlas.
gift wrapper for my Christmas presents.
The
this year.
Atlas 5000 will wrap your gifts in record time. Buy
Only
it now.
$2.99 a minute. I will wrap your gifts.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god.
Alright, I don't think we're going to get anything else good out of this.
No,
No, we can leave him in aspect of
we
charity.
can leave him
It's
at
fine,
like he
it's
is
fine.
now.
Der Garat? I don't know, what's that mean?
Der Gerät. Der Gerät schläft nie.
It's not helping me
Gerät.
understand.
It's a German thing. It's stupid.
You wouldn't
It's a German
understand.
thing.
It's about a kebab machine.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess that's going to be it for us right now. Do you guys have any things you would like to plug before we call it a wrap this evening?
Belgian League is coming back in 8 days.
Ooh,
and
how exciting.
so
Oh.
I would say if you're a Benelux enjoyer, don't forget to check out Belgian League.
And how about for you, Happy?
I'm gonna be streaming again tomorrow with Kind of Fitcast. Some more TFT in the mornings. And
Again?
this following Saturday, there's gonna be the first Counterfeit Casual TFT tournament of the year.
Oh, okay.
How exciting.
Yay!
Yeah. So that's going to be... actually, I'll drop a link to the Discord. I need to update the sign-up form, actually.
Yes,
but
you
yeah.
also have to use several different forms to make Peter happy.
Yes! Give me all your detail.
All of them!
Yes, if you're a TFT player, you can come join a free, no stakes, no prizes. No stakes, but no prizes competition this Saturday at 9 o'clock UK time, 10 o'clock Central European time. Especially if you are a TFT streamer, by any chance. Haha! Who might that be? Who knows? You've just got here just at the tail end of our broadcast today, but I think we're going to start. We've been doing it like once every other week. I think I might not be able to make next week, but I might stay on bi-weekly for a little bit. But we've been designing League of Legends Champions today. Of course, we have our wonderful Atlas, the aspect of charity. Do you guys want to just alternate back and forth, just quickly going back over what the abilities are before we wrap up today?
Sure.
Sure. I'll do the Q and W then, and you can do the E and R, FB. So basically, the Q is an AOE ability. It's a staff hit, and it has a sweet spot, kind of like a set W or a Darius Q. Whenever you hit someone in the sweet spot, they become more and more naughty. And for allies, they increase the niceness. So you can also use this ability on an ally, and it will heal you. And in the sweet spot, it will increase your niceness. And the nicer you are, the more heals you get. If you're at full naughtiness and you get hit as an enemy in the sweet spot, then you are stunned. The W is milk and cookies. So basically, he, I think, puts milk and cookies down, or he just runs around with them.
He chugs the milk, and then, like, when he uses it for enemies, it's like he puts the cookies down.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
So maybe it has like a choice mechanic where you like move your cursor up a bit if you click it to use the milk, and then you move it down to.
Or you
place
can
cookies.
you can say it's like if you hold it down, he'll drink the milk, and if you click it once, he'll. That's actually a mechanic that doesn't exist in League, but it's if you click it, if you hold it down, he will drink the milk, and then he'll become go into berserker mode, boosting his attack speeds and his resistance. And for enemies, as you said, the cookies become a Ziggs minefield-esque, and they will slow. And the more naughty you are, the more damage you will take. And if you're max naughty, the cookies will crumble into coal, and the coal does AoE burn damage.
Ugh. Yeah, his E ability is Little Helpers, where he sends out a line, or like in a line, a sort of demon thing, and it latches onto naughty enemies and slows them. Wait, what? Slows them, yes, and if they're like really super duper naughty, they get sort of pulled towards the player character. And if you use it on allies, it's a point and click ability instead that heals and becomes stronger the more nice they are. And the ultimate is summon Yoel, the funky void monster cat thing, that gets dropped off of a sleigh, and it sort of duplicates all the abilities that you do while the thing is alive. It also leaves a trail of niceness, so that when people like stand behind it, they get super nice, and it deals more damage the naughtier the enemies are.
Okay. So yeah, it's controlled. Controlled Tibbers style. Though I kind of feel like Tibbers' sort of whole thing is very out of date.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's it. So thank you guys for coming. So we'll be back probably in a couple of weeks' time.
Yep.
Yeah, if any of you guys do have any suggestions for champions, we'd absolutely love to design your ideas and turn them into League of Legends champions. So if you've got anything more creative than Santa Claus, then you'll be doing better than we did this week.
Nice.
I think it's kind of a fun character. I think
it's our Christmas episode. It's
I would
gotta
play
be
that
something
guy.
different.
Yeah.
I would play him.
I'd play that for $1. All right. Well, oh, that's right. Do you guys have anyone we can raise to?
Trevor's life.
Yep.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, let's. What's Treble's stream?
It's Temple Guard Treble.
That I must have spelled that wrong. Okay, let me try that again.
See you guys next time.
See you next time, guys. Bye.
Why is that not working?
I don't know. It takes 1 billion years, apparently.
Are we off or are we still on?
Oh, there we go.
I'm not sure.
All right,
There we
go now. And we are now offline.
We are off. Okay.